What up, everybody? You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. In today's video, I'm going to share my 5 boldest predictions for the 2023 NFL season. July is here, and it's time to do a lot of fun segments on this channel. So we got 5 bold predictions coming up around the corner. But first, let's speak it into existence. If you want the Giants to win the NFC East this year, all you have to do is hit that thumbs up icon. It's mathematically proven that if we get more likes on this video than we have on any other video in Giants Now history, the Giants are going to win the NFC East. That comes from the head of YouTube Analytics, which my mom holds that position. So hit that thumbs up icon. Don't jinx it. Hit the thumbs up below the video. Alrighty, first bold prediction I have, Daniel Jones becomes a top 10 quarterback. Whether that means he has a top 10 season or we look back, in 12 months from now and it's like, maybe he is a top 10 quarterback. I believe this is going to be Daniel Jones' best season in his young NFL career. What you see about Jones that I really like in the progression of his career, that completion percentage goes up a good bit every single season. From 61 to 62.5 to 64 to 67. The yards go up. This was the most games he's played in an NFL season. I know everyone wants to harp on the 15 touchdowns. Well, he also ran for 7. So if he didn't run for any and he just threw those 7 touchdowns in, would 22 touchdowns been okay for some people like Sherm Edwards to not hate on ESPN? And then you couple the fact that his completion percentage is going up, the yards per game is going up. He continues to progress as a runner as well. Like we just mentioned, 7 rushing touchdowns this past year. He is actually a dual threat and one of the best dual threat QBs in the National Football League. But that's not the reason I think he's going to have his best season in the NFL. This is the most talent Daniel Jones has had around him since he stepped foot as a member of the New York Giants. Also, year 2 of Brian Daboll, and then you get year 2 of Mike Kafka. So he's going to be in the system for a second year. If you want to count that this is the first time he's done that, he technically did it with Jason Garrett, but I believe in Brian Daboll and Kafka much more than Garrett. But the most talent, Hodgins, Shepard, Robinson, Slayton, Campbell, Hyatt, Crowder, Colin Johnson, maybe even Bryce Ford-Wheaton. He's never had this deep of a wide receiver core, and he's never thrown to somebody as good as a football player as Darren Waller. We'll talk about Waller in a second. I may have him in my bold predictions, but I truly believe if Darren Waller can play 15, 16, 14, if he can play almost every single game this year, he is going to go down as one of the best tight ends in the NFL this season. I think he could have a top 5 season at that position. I think him and Daniel Jones, they're going to form a really strong bond, and the chemistry is only going to continue to grow as the season goes on, and he's going to be the number 1 target for Danny Dimes. So last year, 22 total touchdowns for DJ, 15 through the air, 7 on the ground, 22 total. What about 28 total TDs this year for Jones? That accounts for rushing and passing. Type O for over, type U for under. Put your guesses in on 28 total TDs for Danny Dimes. My second bold prediction, Paris Campbell, the free agent acquisition from the Indianapolis Colts, is going to lead the wide receivers, not counting Darren Waller, as a wide receiver on this roster. He's going to have a huge year for the Giants. It was the injuries that have held Campbell back through the first 3 years of his NFL career, playing in just 15 games in those first 3 years. But when he played in all 17, he was really effective for an Indianapolis Colts offense that didn't have a lot of talent at the quarterback position. 63 receptions, 623 yards, just under 10 yards per catch. I believe he's going to be more of a deep threat with the Giants. His speed is really something that separates him as a player. Brian Baldinger broke it down a couple of weeks ago on that end around that Campbell had last year. He topped the highest speed of any ball carrier in the NFL last season. I think the Giants are going to tap into that. And he led the Giants in catches at OTAs. I don't want to put too much stock into OTAs and minicamp for the New York Giants, but Campbell stuck out. It seems like every practice report I read, everybody that I talked to mentioned how good Paris Campbell looked. He's going to play in the slot. He's going to play outside. He even got reps with the Giants running backs. He's going to be used all over the football field. Mike Kafka has a true special talent in Campbell, former second-round pick. If he can stay healthy, I really believe he's going to have a big year for Big Blue. Bold prediction number 3 for Marshall. 10-plus sacks for Azeez Ojulari this year. I really thought when Ojulari was healthy enough to be on the football field this past season, he really showed you the type of just ability he has to get after the quarterback. He's someone that can get around the edge. He can bend the end. He's got the speed. He's got the strength as well. He really became an elite pass rusher in the NFL this past year. And when you look at the guys that he has around him, he's got a bunch of talent where you just can't focus on Azeez Ojulari. The thing with Ojulari is he had 5.5 sacks this past year, but he only played in 7 ball games, and in 3 of those games, there was only 3 games this season where he had more than 40 snaps. So he pretty much only played in 3 full football games, and the guy had 5.5 sacks. I think with the help of Lawrence Williams and Thibodeaux, then you got Ashawn Robinson and Raheem Nunez-Roches. Azeez Ojulari could be a guy that ends this season, if he stays healthy, with 11 or 12 sacks, and I don't think that's any stretch of the imagination. But which edge rusher is going to have a bigger year, in your opinion? Will it be the third-year player Ojulari out of the SEC in Georgia, or will it be the year 2 Kayvon Thibodeaux? Who will it be? Type their initials of the guy you're rocking with down below. I really think Darren Waller is going to have a comeback season. I think he could be in the discussion for comeback player of the year. That's how special of a player he is. Like Campbell and like Ojulari, it's just been injuries that have been holding Waller back from remaining a top 3 tight end in this league. This past year, only played 9 games. The year before, 11. But when you look at the 2019 and 2020 stats where he played every game, the dude was special. Almost 200 catches for over 2,300 yards, and he had 12 touchdowns to go with it. And the thing that I love the most about Waller is he is an explosive tight end. He's not a dink and duck tight end. He doesn't run 5 and 7 yard out routes. He pushes the ball down the field. And when you look at the explosive plays, the Giants need more of that, and that's what Waller's going to bring. In just like 8 games this year, he had 9 catches of more than 20 yards. The year before that, 13, then 16 and 14. He is going to make life for the Giants and Daniel Jones specifically easier, and they're going to be more explosive plays. When you have more explosive plays, if you're a watcher of this channel, you know explosive plays equals W's. He even had a good couple of games with the Raiders this past year. Had 70-plus yards receiving twice. He had 2 touchdowns with 3 and 6 receptions. He still has talent, and I believe in an offense with Kafka, Dable, Daniel Jones, and an offense that's going to let him be himself. If he stays healthy, he's going to be an X factor for this team. What do you think, though, Waller is going to do this year? This is your chance to predict the stats down below. Let me know how many catches, how many yards, how many touchdowns, and most importantly, how many games is Darren Waller going to play this year for New York? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We have a couple more bold predictions to talk about, but first, you guys need to take advantage of this awesome deal. The deal continues to go on, and you guys need to take advantage of it. Go to chatsports.com/Giants hat combo. Get a hat and a t-shirt for less than $25. The deal's not going to last forever. I am surprised it continues to last so long, so take advantage of it right now. This link, chatsports.com/Giants hat combo, will be in the comments and description of today's video. I'm going to go out on a limb, and this is actually going to be a really bold prediction. The Giants' 7th-round selection out of the University of Houston, Gervarius Owens, is going to end the season as a starting safety for the New York Giants. You got Xavier McKinney, and you got a couple of other guys that are competing for that safety spot. We'll preview the depth chart around the corner, but when you talk about what Owens brings, it was the special teams ability and just the reps that I thought got him drafted, but he has been a standout at rookie minicamps, minicamp overall, and OTAs, and he was even getting some reps with the first and second team. And with the Giants not being that deep at the strong safety position, there's an opening for him to crack and get some playing time. You know McKinney's going to be one of those guys. And you got Jason Pinnock, who actually filled in well for McKinney when he had the hand injury. Dane Belton looked good in his limited sample size as a rookie. You signed Bobby McCain. I just feel like Gervarius Owens is going to catch a lot of people off guard. He's going to be a really good player for this team. And he could be a guy, maybe week 17, week 15, week 13. He could be starting alongside the X-Man in the back half of this Giants defense. I've given you 5 bold predictions in today's video. I want to hear from you now, though. Give me your boldest prediction, just one. Give me your boldest prediction for the New York Football Giants in the upcoming season in the comments section. As always, I just want to say I appreciate you guys, and I thank you for stopping by and spending a couple of minutes with us here on New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. We're going to continue to put content out all summer long, so subscribe and turn your notifications on, and we'll see you soon.